The judge said about this work, the composition is fabulous, as is the contrast across the whole painting. The negative shapes are wonderful. The expression on the face, the details, the glossiness of the lips, the light in the eyes, all combine for a stunning image. Eric? Come up, Eric. You are the winner of $750. And I'm with Eric Schreffler. Eric is from Goldsboro, correct?
That's right.
Eric, are you originally from this area, or where'd you grow up?
I'm not. I'm originally from Canton, Ohio, Pro Football Hall of Fame, and went into the military at 18 and was stationed in Goldsboro, North Carolina, and stayed there the whole time. So I've been in North Carolina longer than I've been in Ohio. So I'm a North Carolinian now.
You were in the Air Force, is that right?
I was, correct.
And 8 years, something like that?
About 8 years, yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is an amazing piece of work. Tell us about it, how you did it, and so forth.
All right. Well, it's airbrushed, so the first step in airbrushing is getting a really good photo, and I was fortunate enough to get a good photo from a friend of mine that I went to high school with. But really, the first thing I did is I covered this with a film. Drew on the film and then basically cut out a lot of these pieces. All of this, though, is all freehand. All of the detail, especially the highlights, a lot of the stuff in the eye, a lot of parts in the lips are done with electric eraser and X-Acto knife. So I'll actually place paint on the lips and remove it to make the highlights instead of adding paint for highlights.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you go to school to learn this?
No. I've
self-taught.
I've taken some classes from some of the best. Drew Blair, who's one of the best photorealism airbrush artists in the world. I've taken some classes from him, and he's very, very good. And obviously, you learn from the best, and you're able to produce things.
Well, it's spectacular. Let me tell you what the judges said. The judge said the composition is fabulous, as is the contrast across the whole painting. The negative shapes are wonderful, the expression on the face, the details, the glossiness of the lips, the light in the eyes, all combine for a stunning image. And I can see all of that, and it is spectacular. My comment to Eric was, does Taylor Swift know that you painted her? But he swore to me it wasn't Taylor Swift.
That's right. It's actually Rebecca Corey is her name. She's a model, and I'm actually Facebook friends with her and her sister. Her sister is the one that did this whole rose thing and all the makeup, so it's pretty impressive.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about either what you've done or what you're working on now?
Well, I'm a music-inspired artist, so everything I do is usually music-inspired. So I'll be up at the Bluegrass Festival up for Artsplosure. I'll be doing some live demos up there. But everything that's going to be up in Raleigh. That's going to be for the Bluegrass. I think it's the International Bluegrass Festival. I'll be up there for 2 days. Be doing some demos up there, and of course selling the work. So come out and see me.
All right, thank you so much for entering our contest.
Thank you.
Hope to see you back another year.
Oh, I will,
Okay.
for sure.
Jeff Horton, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm pleased to be here this evening with Jeff Horton. Jeff was just awarded $750 prize, the Margaret Ritchie Award of Excellence at our annual CVA's annual Art Faire. And the work is right behind us, and we're going to talk about that. But let's start out by asking you a few questions.
Okay.
Are you a North Carolinian?
Yes, I am. I was born and raised in Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is in Surrey County.
Mm-hmm. So you knew Andy Griffith and all that?
Well, not directly, but my relatives knew Andy. Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Went to school with him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how long have you lived here?
I've been in, the Raleigh, Johnston County for 20 years now.
Well, I think it takes longer than that to be called a real one, but
yeah,
that's pretty
maybe,
good.
Yeah,
that's pretty
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Your work is just tremendous.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about that farm scene and how you were able to get that picture.
Basically, I had seen the hay bales before, and I wanted to photograph them, but they had been taken up before I could get to it, and so I saw they had done another harvest, and so I just I wanted to do a sunset photo, so that's what that is. And so I just went there. It was in December of 2012, and stayed there when the sun was starting to go down. Just framed my image, and I took several compositions of that scene, but that's the one that I felt was the best one.
Show you the kind of farmer I am. I didn't know they baled hay in December.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had.
Well, let me read what the judge said about that. The photographer was on the scene at the right time of day to capture the right light. The composition is excellent, and the light on the hay bale is perfect. The image shows great detail. So tell me about your background. Did you actually study photography or anything?
Self-taught, 100%.
Well, that's wonderful.
Which means a lot of trial and error along the way.
I always like those kinds of stories.
Yeah.
How long have you been into photography?
Since 1985. That's when I got my first camera and my first Nikon series camera. I've been taking pictures ever since.
Well, you told me that you used to actually do weddings and that sort of thing?
Yeah, back in the 90s I did weddings, portraits, whatever somebody would pay me to do. Pets even a few times just for extra money to help make ends meet.
That's wonderful. Tell us anything you'd like to tell us about what you do, where you live.
Well, I live here in Clayton. Live in a beautiful subdivision called Walden. I take quite a few pictures there. We have a great waterfall behind my house. With my fellow neighbor Donna Stevenson, we chat about things in the neighborhood from time to time. And photography is just a great joy to me. Provides me a lot of stress relief from a busy lifestyle, and it's something I look forward to continuing into the future.
Pleased to be here with Mary Doherty again. She was here last month where she had the full exhibit here. But she's entered our contest and won the heart of the judges and received a $100 Judge's Choice Award. Of your work, the judge said this is a wonderful storytelling image. It has depth and exquisite detail as well as highlights and shadows. And it was a picture of a silk mill. Tell us where you found that mill.
Okay. The Lonoconan Silk Mill is in Maryland, and it is an abandoned structure that right now is in huge disrepair. The owner currently allows photographers to go in to photograph. The mill actually closed in 1956 over a weekend. The workers left on Friday, and the mill was never reopened after that day. So the mill was left intact with shoes, bobbins, silk, everything is there, the machines and everything. So it's really quite a treasure to be able to go in and photograph there.
I'm here with Carolyn Howard, also a winner of a Judge's Choice Award. The judge said this is fabulous composition to have that much going on. The gold, which could have been overwhelming, blends in perfectly. Carolyn is one of the founding members of our Clayton Visual Arts group, and so happy to have her continue to bring work to our projects, our things like this. Carolyn, tell us a little bit about Air Filled with Thought.
It began as a collograph, which is a printmaking process. I love printmaking. I do all kinds. I did an edition of 5. Each one was treated in a different way, some with oils, some with watercolors, and some with collage. And this one, Air Filled with Thought, was treated with watercolor, collage, and I actually went online and looked up the words, Air Filled with Thought, in Japanese, and put, if you notice the Japanese writing on.
That's what that says.
Yeah.
That's neat.
And I just felt like it was the kind of situation when I was working with it it lent itself to an oriental kind of, and then just all of the colors. I used primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. And
Well, the
I was
artists,
pleased with it.
the judges certainly liked it. Carolyn lives in Clayton in the Riverwood area, and we're so happy that you've won and that you
Thank you.
continue to support us, and hope to see you again next year. Well, I'm pleased to be with our final winner tonight. This is Janie Preet, and she holds a wonderful distinction. It's only happened one other time, where the judges' pick went along with the People's Choice pick. We also give a prize for everybody who came to the reception tonight. They were able to vote for their favorite piece of work, and it was the same one that the judges gave $100 to. So congratulations, Janie. Janie, the judge said, "The simplicity of the image blows me away. The color is striking, and the dog at the bottom helps ground the image." Tell us about your
The dog.
painting.
I'll tell you about the dog.
Okay.
The dog was my daughter's dog. He's been around for many years. He recently passed. And I made him fat. And he was really a thin dog. But,
Too good doing.
yeah. So the colors are just wonderful watercolors which flow. They're free, which is the way watercolors should be. Simplifying freedom.
Janie, I know in addition to this honor, you're going to be honored this weekend. Tell us where you're going this weekend.
I have a piece that's entered into the Watercolor Society of North Carolina. That's being held in Blowing Rock this weekend. So we're leaving Saturday morning, and I'll attend the show. And I've not been in that show ever, so this will be a first for me.
Well, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Janie is kind of from Clayton. She lives out in Flowers Plantation area of Clayton, and she's also a member of CVA. And we're so happy to have you, and it's a pleasure to work with you. And thank you, and hope to see what you do next year.
Great. Thanks a lot.
The last thing I'd like to say is that I described tonight what the judges said, but you got to get down here and see this show. If you have a chance, it's going to be here until the end of September. So please try to come down and check out all 50 pieces. It's a spectacular show.